Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB or Chris, and today what are we going to do? We're going to evaluate this travel brush that was sent along with that Naked Armor kit. Watch the video below, I'll link it, the Naked Armor kit. That was not a good kit in my estimation, simple as that. They sent this travel brush as well, and we're going to talk a little bit about this. It's a cool concept, so we'll say that much. Anyway, essentially what happens here is you screw this off, this base, if I can ever get it unscrewed, and it goes down in this tube and you top it off and it's fine. One of the things I pointed out in the Naked Armor kit video was that this is kind of sharp to the touch. There's a lot of burrs on that threading, which again is bad attention to detail. And if you look at the threading, you can't see it on that there, you can see how rough that threading is. There's just all kinds of little stuff hanging off it. So that in terms of threading on this thing, it's not very good. And I'm going to tell you, I washed this brush before I started this video, because you always want to wash your brush out. I have a brush soap just for washing the brush, and there had to be 20 fiber that fell out of this thing, just lightly, washing it. And I took a picture. After 10 fell out, I went and got a plate and started setting them aside, and some of the fiber were breaking dead in half. And so after a few fell out, I soaked it just as I would a badger, just to try to keep it from breaking. But some of these fibers were breaking off dead in the middle. I have never seen that happen with another brush, ever. And I've used many a brush, and I've never seen fiber just breaking off. It's very bizarre. I don't know what. Anyway, we're going to use the Kaizen. This is the test version. I'm a tester for Pete along with some other people, and he sent this along for me to test. So we're going to use it today on this brush, just because earlier I'd done a video on the Omega Evo brush versus the Simpson Trafalgar T3, and that video will air in about a week or so. But anyway, this was already wet. It's a tester soap, so I don't care if I get it wet normally. So there we go again. Look, right out of the gate. There's another one. Really, really annoying. And there's another one on my soap in here, which you cannot see, but it's really annoying. I'm going to be honest with you. And if it gets to annoying me too much where I'm feeling these fiber all over my face, I will just grab another brush, because I'm not going to put up with, sometimes things are just bad. And in my opinion, the other brush that I tried was one of the worst I've ever tried. And this one so far is living up to the reputation of the other one, or it's following in the footsteps of the other one. Today is straight razor shave number 20. We're going to be using the Dovo Pearl X. So let's wet the face here and get lathering with this brush. And honestly, I don't know what to expect. Well, actually, I know what to expect based on the fact that it's been dropping. So far, it has not been a pleasant experience with this brush in any shape, form, or fashion. Let's get a little more water going here, because we just need a little more. I did wet the brush, by the way, but let's wet it a little more in the sink. These brushes from Naked Armor just, woof. As I said in my video on the Naked Armor kit, it's the worst brush I've ever used. And here we go again, another one, and that makes about 22 or so, not counting what I washed down the drain. Just the knot on this, it's just not very good, and there will be more, I'm sure, falling out before it's over with. And the knot is tiny. And so I will say they sent a travel case and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And the strop was okay. But boy, this Naked Armor stuff, I have not at all been happy with it. And it was sent for evaluation for free. I want to remind you that. I want to mention something else. There's another one on my face. There's another one on my face. It's very annoying, especially when you have a straight razor shave coming up, because those hairs sort of get in the way. I can't even pick them off my face, but you can see them there. It's very annoying. And I just don't like it at all. And these brushes, honestly, are the worst brushes that I have ever used, period. And I've had very expensive brushes. I can feel something else going on there with another. I'm going to finish this one pass with this silly brush. And I hate to sound ungrateful, or I don't mean it to be disrespectful, but this is just, come on. No brush should be dropping this many fiber on its first use. This is after I've washed it and tried to remove the loose fiber. There's one up there. So annoying. So annoying. Ugh. We're off to a bad start. Anyway, let's hope the shave goes better than this lather. I don't even want to work the lather anymore. I know I need more hydration in it, but the brush is so annoying. Let's just bring in the Evo. Good grief. Well, we'll go with this the way it is for this pass, and then we'll load and bring in the Evo for the second pass. Just unacceptable. Unacceptably bad on this brush. For me, you may get it and like it. I think there was another gent that MC Shaving said he didn't mind it. I think it's terrible. You know, that's just me. That's my thought, and it's my 100% honest assessment of this. It's just not good on any level for me, period. And that's all there is to it. All right. Let's get going with our shave here. And I'm annoyed. Honestly, I should have known better than to use this brush. I should have known better from the amount of fiber it was shedding during just the trying to, do the initial washing of the brush. I should have known it was going to be just like the other one, which is just not good. And by the way, I want to mention, if Naked Armor wants to use this, they can use the entire video, but they are not welcome to snip bits and pieces out of it. I understand that has been done by them in some of the other videos, and I just want them to know that if you want to use my entire video or link it, you can, but it needs to be used in its entirety, because I don't want the message on this to be misconstrued. And I really hate that I'm annoyed, and it probably sounds ungrateful. But honestly, my role here is not to be grateful and give a glowing review of something I don't like. And honestly, as I keep mentioning, I say reviews because everybody else calls them reviews. But personally, I keep saying that I don't do reviews, and I got a weeper there because I'm just aggravated, and I've nicked myself already. And this is just going to be one of those shaves. Honestly, that brush just got me off on bad footing. Let's just relather so we don't continue to make mistakes. Let me get my styptic real quick. Stay tuned. All right, and here we are back, and we'll close that nick up real quick. And it is really rare for me to be so annoyed on video by something where I completely lose focus of what I'm doing, but I have there, and it's caused me to nick myself. Ordinarily, I wouldn't do that. This is just very annoying, and we're already at 9 minutes in. I haven't accomplished much in terms of the shave here, so I'm gonna bring the Omega Evo in and load it up a little bit and try to do a little better job on this side here, because that brush, there's just no reason to be dealing with so many drop fiber. That's just, in my opinion, I think we always expect initially when you have any brush, you might drop a couple, but you don't expect it to be several right out of the gate, and it's very annoying. And quite frankly, it's got me in a bad mood. And I don't think I've ever been so annoyed on a video, because I just don't think there's any reason for it. In a day where you can get a great synthetic brush, like a RazoRock Bruce, Big Bruce or something for $12-15, there's no reason anybody should be putting cheap, bad brushes in kits or selling them, honestly. That's just my honest opinion. Don't need to be stretching up there. And I want to send a very clear message to to companies that send out evaluation equipment. I appreciate it. I really do when I have the opportunity to evaluate a piece of equipment and it helps my viewers, but do not send me equipment unless you're prepared for me to call it exactly as I see it. I can't do it any other way. And I'm not going to sing the praises of bad equipment because, quite frankly, I don't need evaluation stuff to run my channel. And so I want to also mention to the viewers that when I do receive evaluation equipment, it is always with the understanding that I will speak with absolute candor, as in the case here and as in the case with some of the other products, or actually with every product I've ever tried. But it's rare actually to get a bad product, these days. This is just one of those cases where it is, And today it's annoyed me, and I probably shouldn't have even used a brush. And so I apologize to the viewers because I'm usually quite positive and upbeat, but this is annoying. And quite frankly, I don't see how anybody could like these brushes. But then again, I completely understand that everybody has different preferences and things that they appreciate. And so, I can't speak for everyone, but I just don't find any redeeming quality in these two brushes from Naked Armor at all. And if anything, honestly, I would rather take the soap out of the tub and put it on with my hand than use something like that. Because it just annoys me with the constant fiber dropping, and that should not be happening with synthetic brushes. More than a handful, when you first wash it. And then you might drop one or two during a shave here and there early on. But there's no reason during the initial washing it's dropping 20 or more fiber, and then it's dropping more when I'm shaving. And they're laying on my face, and they're laying in the soap, and they're getting in the way. And just generally putting me in a sour mood. This is not one of my more upbeat videos, but I'm going to post it because it is what it is. And whatever happens, and we air it, whether we cut ourselves, whether we have a bad shave. I always say that on the channel here, we just give our organic reaction, and this is it. And in this case, I'm just not very happy with the product, and that's all there is to it. I'm going to have to put some more stick on that little nick there. And just generally, this is going to be one of those shaves I would rather forget, most likely, because of it. I don't like to be anything other than positive. Honestly, I'm also feeling like this straight here is, we get a little more hydration in my lather. I don't feel like this is shaving as well as I would like it either, to be very honest with you. Let me get some water in here. Part of it is probably my lathering, but it's not feeling as good as I would like it. So let's see if we can get some more hydration in there. It's probably me. It's probably because I'm I'm now in a semi-foul mood over this silly brush. Anyway, it is what it is. Sometimes things don't go your way. Let's try to use our little better. I don't know, just today is one of those days. I apologize. Anyway, one of the other things I want to mention is you've heard me talk a lot about the Lancaster towel and how much I like it. And when I say I like it, I like it. I bought 4 of those towels. 2 of them I've given away, and I have a white one and the charcoal one. And some people, when they see my enthusiasm over a product, for some reason, they seem to think that I'm enthusiastic because I got it for free. Well, let me show you. I purchased all 4 of those Lancaster towels. I got it on the screen there for you. So I talk about these things because I like them. I don't receive a stipend from Andre from Lancaster Razor Works. I really like the towel. I like the size. I like the way it feels. And I just like it. And so when I showcase a product like I did with the Lancaster towel, it's because I like it. And I hope if you get it, you'll like it too. You may or may not. But please, rest assured, if I get something that's an evaluation product, I will tell you it's been sent to me by X or Y company, as in the case with this brush, which I do not like. So please keep that in mind. I will let you know. Do not assume ever that anything was sent to me. I'll let you know if it is, for evaluation, as in the case with this Kaizen soap, because I am a tester. But this was not a full tub, and this was an early evaluation release. The scent has since changed, by the way. And I want to make that clear. But it's great, I do like the soap. It was sent to me free as a tester. It's not a full-size tub, it's a tester size. But I do like the Kaizen. It's very good soap. And any issue that I'm having today with this shave is more about me being annoyed than anything else, because I nicked myself there. And that really got me annoyed because I was already annoyed at the brush. So the razor's cutting okay now. Honestly, I just needed to adjust the angle a little bit. That was the problem. Plenty of residual slickness on this Kaizen. And the Evo has come to the rescue. Because, woof, Naked Armor, you got to do better. I mean, good grief. And, again, this is my opinion. You may love it. If you love it, that's entirely okay. I do not. I just don't. And there's no getting around it. I think everybody, when they evaluate things, they try to be as fair as possible. And I've tried my best to find redeeming qualities in these things, and I just can't. It needs work. And it's that simple. Let's see. I probably shouldn't do this today, but I'm going to go in a little bit against the goatee. We might as well just tempt fate all the way today. And woo! Some days. And again, I apologize to the viewers for being something other than upbeat. I realize many of you will comment and go, don't worry about it, we understand, but I don't like to make these sort of videos. All right. Just fine right there. Let's go here on the other side. I'm not talking there because that's a bad place to do to do some talking. Okay. We're going to call it, because if I continue, I'm just going to do inevitably, I'll do something I don't want to do, and so we might as well just call it while we're in good shape. Tomorrow, we'll bring in a DE and have a nice, relaxing shave. We won't bring any of this ridiculous equipment. Ridiculous equipment being only that brush from Naked Armor. I mean, it's just not adequate for me on any level, and that's all there is to it. Again, I hope that we'll use this feedback to make the product better, because this ain't it, Chief. Anyway, let me rinse the face. We'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and here we are back with the precious, the Lancaster towel, and it will certainly bring me some joy. I need it after that. I tell you, folks, never go against your own advice. I always say if something's going wrong in the shave, just stop working with whatever that is. And I should have stopped with that brush after like the second painted stroke, because it annoyed me throughout the entire shave just thinking about it. And I didn't even focus on using the straight, which I need to, because I'm learning. This is only straight razor shave number 20. So don't continue with things you're not happy with. Change it up if need be. Don't do what I did. Anyway, that nick there will be just fine. It's already closed up. The styptic did its job, and now I've rinsed it and everything's good to go. So let's bring in our witch hazel, and let's try to put a positive ending on this very annoyed shave, which rarely seen on this channel. That witch hazel feeling nice. I'm almost finished with the Humphreys. Let's give it a little bit more there. Anyway, I was actually thinking my Dovo wasn't cutting well. It was just my angle, completely my fault. It's still shaving fine. The Dovo Pearl X, just got annoyed, not paying attention, not focusing. And with a straight razor, you need to focus. So don't do what I did there. So the Kaizen, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal base. Yes, I was sent this as a tester, but it is something that I will buy. I'm going to be really happy when he comes out with different scents in this base, because this is a really fine base. We brought in the Evo to salvage the shave, and it did a great job. This thing is ridiculous. It's, again, I thought the last brush I used, set the hurdle for the worst, and this one comes in and leaps over it. I found it even less enjoyable than the other brush. I just don't like it. Naked Armor, you can do better. I mean, honestly, just not good. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, let's use the Club Tobacco Oud. It doesn't smell anything like the Kaizen soap, but I just want to finish it off with a little Sneaky Pete product. Tobacco Oud, and that's a nice one. I don't know if Pete still has this in the shop, but if you like tobacco scents, and he does, it's really nice. There were 2 bottles in a set. This was one of them, and it's really, really nice. And so we'll finish it off on a positive note, or finish strong, so to speak. Thanks to each and every one of you for struggling through this, I'm going to call it annoyed shave. Until next time, I'm going to remind you, it's your shave, do it your way, and God bless.